Hello Mr. Sedaris, this is NPC Birdfeeder, Mouth Breather Man, coming live from Dookie Boy Realm. I just thought I'd make you a video, Chris, given your poor health that you've been through. It's the anus tree in the Dookie Boy Realm. Yeah bro, sorry to hear about your health. That sounded really awful. It's really frightening and kind of humbling, isn't it, when your health gets really fucking bad. I've enjoyed your videos, Chris, and I remember probably about 3 or 4 months ago you said it would be cool if someone started a YouTube channel because of you, and you did kind of inspire me to make my NPC Birdfeeder channel, but I was a little bit self-conscious when I realised how much of a mouth breather I was. So I made about 20 videos and I didn't post any of them. Look at old One Leg. He loves the seed. I give them some of this wild bird seed, and it really does turn them wild. Yeah. So the city I live in, Christchurch, New Zealand, it's just had the sewage plant in town burnt down about a year ago. And so it literally does smell of dookie quite often. So Christchurch smelling like dookie, eh? The inversion continues. So just like you, Chris, I too like to go and feed the ducks. It's like my daily routine. I've been doing it every day almost for about 10 months now. I've seen families of ducklings grow up and fly off and leave me, and I've seen other families of ducklings getting wasted by falcons, and you know, it's just like the human. Here we go, there's a big bust up happening. Just like the human society, isn't it? Carnage and, you know, little ones disappearing, and I shit you not, Chris, there's even a big black paradise duck with a private island. Like, oh man, feathers flying. So these two here are paradise ducks. The black one is the male and the white-headed one's the female. Give old One Leg some seed. Anyway, I'll continue the tour of the park. Look at these little goofy bastards, as you call them. Yeah. I think they're young ones, these ones, because they've got a nice dark healthy colour about them. Keep off the grass, duckies. So yeah, the old Dookie conflict realm had me umming and ahhing and stalling over whether I should make my videos and whether I should just be brutally honest and which is pretty low vibe, you know, since a pretty dark, low places over the last few months, or whether I should kind of, you know, stiff upper lip the whole thing and be a little less honest but keep the high vibe, because it's pretty hard to do both, as you've pointed out many times. So anyway, the black duck who runs the park, I call him Old Black Paradise, and he lives in here somewhere. There he is. We got the white coat psychiatrist duck running after me. Oh man, never seen that before. I thought he worked for the old black duck. So this white one here's been sick recently. I think it's a she. She's had quite a muddy face, and she's been kind of keeping away from all the other ducks. Oh man, that's not going to help her. It's the problem when you start feeding them, they can go a bit you know, just mayhem tends to ensue, and you get all these fights breaking out. And being a mouth breather of the Dookie Boy realm, it's quite hard for me to multitask and make videos and feed ducks at the same time. So that's Old Black Paradise's private island. And to my horror, about 2 months ago, when NPC Birdfeederman was having his birthday, I had a little birthday cake, and I came down about 7 o'clock when it was getting dark, and I lit the candles and I hung out with my little duckling friends. And to my horror, there were 10 little ducklings and a mother duck got up on the island with the Old Black Paradise, with the Old Black Paradise duck. And I was like, run little ones, run, you know, we don't want you to be sacrificed. And they got the hell out of there, and they moved off to this island over here. So that was nice. I think this little one here is I think he's about 2 months old now. It's quite cool getting to know, like, just learning a lot about ducks, you know, their like how long it takes them to grow up and their different stages. And I quite like it when they've kind of got just starting to get their adult feathers on, like this kind of size or a little bit smaller. Anyway, I'll take you to see the main mob before it gets too dark. So that Old Black Paradise, he was Paradise duck, that one. He was pretty well behaved. Here come the psychiatrist now after the Birdfeederman. I tell you, Chris, I've had this realization, like, because I went through that whole targeting thing. I don't know if you've heard about that, but it basically gave me my trauma-based awakening, or whatever you want to call it, and you know, a lot of PTSD to deal with and that. And then I just hung out like in nature a lot, and then with the ducks, And anyway, it did make me wonder about, like, when I was a kid, I remember seeing all these crazy looking, like, dangerous people in the park. And now that I've, like, become that person, I kind of wondered, shit, I wonder what happened to those people in the past that I saw when I was a kid. Anyway, just some intermission ramblings before I get to the main mob. There's one of them with a giant afro. He's a really cool looking duck. I hope he's there. He wasn't there the other day. We had this giant, like, probably manipulated weather event, and that bench seat was underwater. Here they are. I'll turn the microphone around so you can get the full duck ASMR. Afro duck, where are you? Where are you, my friend? They're a little bit subdued today. I think when it gets oh no, here we go. When it gets dark, they get a little bit more timid, a little bit less bold. So there's a few pretty bad casualties you see from time to time around here. There's a few ducks with like stump legs and missing a foot and or feet kind of dangling off them. And I think what happens, or I know it for a fact actually, because I saw one day I saw like Afro duck, and he was like in a panic and he was like swimming around the river. This was about 5 in the afternoon, and Afro duck was towing this large eel, about a 1.2 metre long eel around, and it had him by the leg, and this giant eel was like being towed around the surface of the river, and Afro duck survived and kept both of his legs, but the serpent almost debilitated him. Maybe he got attacked so that he couldn't lead like the Ducktopian dawn revolution that I'm trying to start happen. I think Facebook's like shutting it down because I've been trying to post on it, and either everyone thinks that NPC Birdfeederman's Ducktopian dawn revolution sucks, or like Zuckerberg is feeling threatened and he's shutting it all down. Because I mean, look at them, they're quite an army. This is only about a third of them. I think the rest of them must be upriver, like performing manoeuvres, or maybe they've like joined Colonel Kurtz, or maybe I'm Colonel Kurtz. I don't know. It's all very confusing. I'm a bit disappointed that Afro Duck never turned up. I'm always fretting that, you know, because they tend to take out the leadership, I'm always a bit worried about them. Anyway, maybe that's the hook I needed to get you to watch more of my videos. I'm sure Afro Duck will be there tomorrow. But yeah, it's nice to get lost with the ducks for a little bit, and it's sort of an easy way to be present, I suppose. You know, rather than being all up in your head thinking like, oh, can I manifest this and that, or, you know, like thinking about all the conspiracy stuff and like wondering or talking to normies and like putting on a front of, you know, that everyday stuff is real and all of that kind of crap. So Chris, it must have felt pretty rough in the hospital. Like, I went to the doctor's office today and I swear I felt like my old dog when I used to take him to the vet. I just wanted to jump out the fucking window of the waiting room. You know, it smelt of chemicals and felt of fear in there. Yeah, it was awful. Really made me kind of resonate with my old dog. You know, and we think it's like cute, you know, many of us think it's cute when the dog has this fear, panic response going into the vet, but he's probably terrified, you know. He's this crazy old black duck again. Hey. Sorry, I just had to turn the microphone around again. Even if he is a total creeper of a duck, he is a real character. He's absolutely fearless. I've seen him out on the golf course nearby, and he's been like winding up the golfers, just trying to seemingly trying to claim the whole golf course for himself. He's flown into my head before, that duck. Flown into my head at full speed when I didn't see him coming, and he almost knocked out the old NPC Birdfeederman, and I would have drowned out in the pond. I was dazed, but I managed to not lose consciousness. So I chose the name NPC Birdfeederman just because I was kind of at the stage where I feel like I want to be an NPC. You know, I'm done playing this game. Just going to hang out at the park and, you know, like I'm on some sort of program, go down there every day and hang out with the ducks. We've been pretty lucky here actually. We've had like it's kind of like almost been a spring, autumn, and even winter is more like, still more like autumn really. And so we've had there's been a lot of ducklings still being born in the park. I mean, it sucks for them, you know, with the occasional really cold night, but they've been nice company. I don't know if I should mention this in the video because, you know, you want to try to keep it light, don't you? I mean, I just want to keep this an interesting, you know, one duck man to another duck man, like just a nice interesting thing, showing you my local park. But as I say, like, nature is savage just like human society, and there's a fuckload of casualties in those families of ducklings. You know, like there was a family of 10 ducklings, and they had 2 mother ducks for some strange reason. I don't know if nature's getting subverted like that as well, but anyway, like, they ended up getting stalked and sort of attacked by this falcon. I don't know where that came from, because like New Zealand falcons are quite rare at least, and they're very, very seldom seen in a city. So this falcon like took out one of the ducklings, and then in the end they ended up just with 2 left. And I don't know where the mother went. It went down the road to buy a pack of cigarettes or something. Like, so they're just cruising around by themselves now. I think they're down here somewhere. It's kind of a fun escape, like knowing where all the ducks hang out and going to visit them every day. But apart from, you know, sort of wondering how many less there will be the next day. I think this might be them here. It's getting a little bit dark to see. It's a bit of a surreal place actually. Like there's the local hospital is over there, so you get like the helicopters flying in daily, and ambulances going past pretty often nowadays. Oh, here they are. Yeah, this is the 2 remnants. You probably can't see very well on this. So yeah, this is like the last 2 from the family of 10. Let's say hello to Chris. Turn the microphone around so you can hear them. So yeah, I'll wrap this video up now, but just thought you might appreciate seeing the last little two brothers in arms, little stragglers that, well, survivors rather, that evaded the falcon. Oh shit. But yeah, there's all sorts of things gunning for the ducks. They've got to dodge the eels, you know, the serpent, the bigger ducks. You know, it's a pretty rare day when I can actually just chill out with the ducklings without mayhem ensuing. Anyway, man, I hope you enjoyed the video, Chris. And please excuse any mouth breathing. It really can't be helped. Anyway, NPC over and out. All the best.